Baseball is back. Happy Friday. Covers his best bets Friday, July 18th. Josh Inglis, Derek Carty, and later Jon Metler. Start off with some bat releases. Then we'll go to some Metler home runs, and I'll finish off with my card. All projections coming from Derek's numbers anyway. Interesting slate today. It's a really tough one. I mean, the Yankees haven't even announced a pitcher, which is insane to me, no? Like that to
Yeah.
not even have it on the board yet. How have you tried to navigate today's board?
Yeah, today's board's a little tough, especially because lines did go up, I think on Wednesday, but certainly they were up yesterday. So a lot of stuff has kind of moved. It's a little sparser than we'd normally have on a Friday. But there's still some stuff out there that I think looks good. And like you said, some teams haven't even announced their pitcher yet. So there may be stuff popping up later in the day too.
Yes. Good morning to the happy chat we're seeing there. Matt saying he told the boss man at 2, all work will be halted. I will probably dig into that Cubs game for that exact same reason. I've been betting on the Taiwanese Baseball League with some success over the last couple days. Also Filipino basketball. I don't know if you're interested in running the numbers on that, Derek, but it's been a good run.
I saw you've been crushing it. Good for you.
Yeah. One thing that you probably didn't know about me, Derek, I used to be an accredited part of the Taiwanese Baseball League member media.
Were you really?
I used to have my own pass. I used to get to go in the locker room and yeah.
Oh, that's cool. No, I had no idea.
That's where I cut my teeth in the content game. Taiwanese baseball, great league. Do love it all. The KBO, the MPB. It's 12 hours difference. I was living on a different time frame, and that's what you had to bet. You get to watch Ohtani come up. There was a lot of cool things with that, and actually a lot of pitchers, guys like Merrill Kelly, who were in the KBO. Lots of guys took that route. But let's try to get to some of our numbers here. If you're new to the show, this is a quick little rundown of how we'll release Derek's plays today. We'll tell you the book. We'll tell you some secondary books. We'll tell you the game. Then we'll tell you the market. Then we'll tell you the player. Then we'll tell you the over-under. And you let us know where you're seeing it. You let us know where it's moving and any other questions. In terms of that, we will try to do our best to answer everything. The bat for the Taiwanese League would go hard. It's is an interesting league. There's only 6 teams. The ball flies. The humidity is crazy. And they're allowed 3 import players, which is important. So friend of mine worked in the KBO, loved it. It's some of the best baseball. If you go to American baseball games, some of the boringest entertainment that ever existed. You go to Japan, you go to Korea, you go to Taiwan, absolute electric fun to go to. You can bring in your own beers in Taiwan. Like we brought coolers of beer, and they're like, cool, welcome to baseball. Insane. Let's get to things here. Where are we? We're at Bet365. MGM is a 5 points off at this. We're Houston, Seattle. Some interface stuff changing there. Pitcher strikeouts. 120. 120 good?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Brandon Walter, under 4.5 strikeouts, plus 120. It was moving there, now down to plus 120. It was MGM previously. Let me know where you're seeing it, where the buy point is. I know that Derek had it at plus 128, was on that funny move. It was, so I mean, it probably was at one point plus 130. She moved. Why do you hate Walter so much?
I just don't think he's a particularly good strikeout pitcher. He doesn't throw hard. His stuff plus is below average. His strikeout rates in AAA were pretty not very good. He hasn't struck out a lot of guys in the majors yet. It's an above average matchup against Seattle for it, but we'll deal with that today on a limited board for a guy who I don't think is a very good strikeout guy to begin with. The bat's projecting 4.4 strikeouts here. So at plus 120, we're getting a little bit of value.
Now, do you have anything on what the restart's like in terms of bats are cold, it's probably better for the pitchers, or anything people say is probably just hogwash?
It's probably just noise. It could be studied, I guess. Probably. I haven't done it yet though, but my guess would be it's just like you said, hogwash.
Hogwash. I don't know where that came from. I didn't write that one down. Stephen Culp says plus 110 at MGM. OTB at DraftKings, which is odd. That doesn't make any sense.
No,
I think it was
just go off the board like after we just said it, or has it been?
His outs line moved from 17.5 to 16.5. He said, I know there was some value on that under.
Yeah, that 17.5 looked solid too.
DK just took that down.
Yeah.
I know, but like there's an argument to be had too, right? It's like, okay, leashes might be because they've had the rest, but they also probably want to get the bullpen involved because the bullpen's been off too.
Yep, the bullpen's been off. The bullpen's fully rested. Like there's so many ways you can build the narrative. I don't see one that's clearly right.
Yeah. When you can argue both sides. Matt saying, I got that DK review. DK review. I am living and dying in DK review land right now, and it's not fantastic. Tried to get $25 down on an MVP bet. Review took 5 minutes, and they said, no, thank you. What?
That's ridiculous.
I know, but I think I already had like 4 other MVP bets, so it's like, okay, he's sprinkling the board a little too much here. I got plus 120 DK before they removed it, so it was at DK plus 120. Good to see that. All right. Home runs, back-to-back plays. Same game. We got 2 home run plays, 1 from each team on this side. Where are we going? Are we going Bally bets?
Yeah.
Sat where this interface is? Oh, good for you, producer Mick. They do have some good home run prices.
This guy moved 100 points though.
So if we MGM was 7 plus 775. If we could maybe take a look at MGM.
If we want to just grab the other guy while we're here.
Oh, is it there?
The second guy is.
Yeah. All right. Seattle. Yeah. Let's go. Make sure my number's there. Plus 700 for our guy. Yeah. We've dropped him before. We're dropping him again. Jorge Polanco here for a home run quarter unit. Plus 700. Facing a little more fade on Walter, who, as you said, below average stuff. 8 home runs allowed over 40 innings is a lot of home runs. He's given up a home run in each, at least 1 home run in each of his last 6 starts. Price. I know there's only so much you can actually talk about in terms of here's a home run prop. I mean, there's no simple way of saying it. This is like a 15% somewhere in that play.
Yep. 15.3% is the projection. So at 7 plus 700, we're getting some value here. Polanco is a solid enough hitter, kind of a sneaky good park for power. And like we said, Walter, we're really not big on, and he has certainly allowed home runs.
Brian Wisner said DK went back on the Walter under strikeouts from plus 120 to minus 105. Significant change there. Going to stay in that game, but we're going to jump over to MGM because we did lose 100 points on this play. Astros, Mariners. Poor producer Mick. We're sending him somewhere else. We're sending him to MGM. Not sure if that number's still there. Attaboy. Plus 750. Look at that. Decimals and all. 750 good or no?
No, I'm going to pass on it there. I really
pass.
It wasn't great to begin with. It's just kind of the board is short today, losing 50 points on it. For a home run, especially for a guy like this that's like a long shot to hit a home run, it does change the value proposition pretty considerably.
Yeah. Catcher Victor Caratini in that spot. Luis Castillo starting for Seattle. I don't even know if his name is in the MLB app right now. That's how disastrous it's been. I'm like, oh, they'll have everybody's names in there in the morning. We'll figure it all out. Wake up this morning at 6 o'clock. There's like 6 pitchers still not announced. I had to go to the actual the FanDuel had more information on who was starting the baseball games than the MLB app. So interesting to see why people aren't announcing starters coming out of the break. Reds, Mets. This is a tough one. We're at Bet365 here. DK only has overs. Sports Interaction for you guys in Ontario now has this market, which is odd because it's an N-Tane book,
Yeah.
which they have MGM odds, but MGM doesn't have hitter strikeouts.
No, it's weird, but yeah, if you're in Canada, this is another out for you.
Now, let's get to it. Hitter strikeouts. Let's go. Juana man, Soto under 0.5 hitter strikeouts plus 210. Now I know, Derek, that the snub of the All-Star game is priced heavily into these odds. Talk to me. He's locked in, he's ready to go, he's angry he didn't make more money because of the All-Star game, and he's swinging first pitch and he's not even going to get 2 strike counts.
That's exactly it. He's mad. He's locked in. They're giving us plus 210 on a bet that let me pull up the actual number. The bet thinks should be more like 135. It's about a 40% win rate on this. So at plus 210, we're getting some really good odds. Soto, obviously elite plate discipline, facing Nick Lodolo, who isn't quite the same guy he was when he came up. He's dealt with some injuries. The stuff has gone down. The velo has gone down a little bit. His strikeout rate this year is only like 8 per 9. So it's not like he's facing like an extreme strikeout guy by any means here. We have 85 degree weather, which certainly, helps hitting a little bit. So I like the big odds on Soto here.
Yes. Yahtzee brings up a good point from the Shane Gillis monologue. Jesus, what's flying things attacking me here? The Shane Gillis monologue talking about aliens and MLB commissioner. I don't know. I thought it was a great monologue. It was awkward and it was funny, and I thought that's probably the best one they could have done it. Milo says, let's see if it gets filled on Novig. Not sure if that's sarcastic or not. And Reed Phillips, limited there. Let me know if that's just because of the market or all of your other, you're just totally limited across the board, because it is a market. We've saw it. It used to be wildly available, and slowly things just kind of got taken off, which goes to show that they probably weren't pricing it correctly. And then you betting it probably red flagged your account, sadly.
Yeah.
Soto under. And Soto, I know that you don't like Nick Lodolo as much, and his unders have been coming in quite consistently. Anytime Juan Soto is facing a left-handed hitter, his prices are through the roof. Like, he's not a terrible left-handed hitter versus left-handed pitcher. He's obviously better versus right-handed pitching, but I think he's plus 175 for 2 bases today when he's usually like even money versus right-handed. I think it's just too priced in.
Yeah, it is. And we see that seems to be a common theme. A lot of times there's value in this lefty-lefty stuff because the books are just hitting it too hard.
Yeah, they just have a multiplier. Oh, left-handed person, here's the regular odds. Here's the odds for versus the left-handed person. So there's some good value, I think, in his over 2.5 bases. My FanDuel SGP today will be Cincinnati money line, Ellie 2 bases, Soto 2 bases, and I think that comes out to somewhere around 11-1. I do think Lodolo is the edge. I know you do like Sean Manaea, but there are some question marks around it, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he did give up a few runs today. That leash is getting longer. You have him projected for somewhere around 85 pitches today, I think, Derek.
Yeah, it's a little tough to tell what the leash for Manaea is going to be. I think he could probably go up to 90. He threw 73 in his last rehab start. Then he came back right before the All-Star break, piggybacked off of Clay Holmes, only threw 62. So I think if you're basing it off the 62, you're probably undershooting it because he did go longer than that in his rehab. And I think around 85 is a good guess for today.
Yes, interesting. It will be his first start of the year. And Derek and I were talking before we came on that Sean Manaea might be one of the most underrated pitchers in all of baseball. And I'll give you credit. When you used to tell me that Mr. Peterson for the Mets was actually a good pitcher, and I'm like, not a chance. He's actually become one of the best left-handed pitchers in baseball, quietly too. Very underrated. That Met staff. Producer Mick saying, hit that like button if you haven't already. Derek, I appreciate it. Those 3 plays in, got them. We scrapped Caratini, all good, but Polanco, Soto, and Walter on that spot. Like I said, tough spot. Market's been open for a couple days. We'll wait till we get back. 145.
Now
That's
145.
crazy. That's substantial. 210 to 145. His over 2.5 bases is a better price than his under 0.5 strikeouts, which you don't see very often. Back Tuesday for what should be a normal day, normal board, normal odds, normal edges. Let's go. Appreciate it, Derek. Thanks, my pal. We'll see you back here Tuesday.
All right. Have a good one.
Cheers. It's Friday. It's a long week, and it's going to be another long weekend. But baseball's back. We don't got to be betting on Filipino basketball no more. I was cheering for some Albania soccer yesterday. Absolute winner, minus 120. Coming in to appreciate anything off the board. Let's bring in the ass man in his new digs. Look at that new office there. Look at these two. It's like a mirror image right now, Johnny. Look at her.
Well, I kind of copied a little bit.
This is bizarro world, but I do like the background. It looks good. I do love that Minnesota mat helmet. Great work. Talk to me about the move here.
To the barn. Yeah, well, when you have a dog and a baby, you kind of need to find a space here. So this is kind of a soft launch. I wasn't totally sure I had the internet totally set up. We did trial this on Friday, then it wasn't really working that great during Derek Carty's segment there. So I actually jumped out of the studio, fixed it, and came back in. So I think we're okay right now, right? We're good.
Yes, we are very good. So
good.
you are doing the show from a barn. That just makes me sad. Like, do you own cowboy hats, John?
No, but I do live in like the county. So like I live on like a 2-acre property or something like that. It's like a fully insulated room. It's not just like, I'm not just sitting in a barn. I've like built a fully insulated room.
Hey. Not just saying you're just hanging out up in the hay bales up there in the loft of the barn. Now, as soon as you mentioned 2 acres, and we'll get to John's picks and my picks here in a second, how worried about ticks are you? Because the tick worry in the world has increased substantially. Like you can't like even walk in grass anymore, and someone's like, "Oh, watch out for ticks."
Yeah, they exist. There's a lot of things going on in my backyard. It's like we're kind of like there's like a forest kind of beside us too. So like there's a lot of different animals like foxes, stuff like that too. But yeah, ticks. I obviously have to treat my dog. I just pulled one off of her the other day. So it's very like it's happening in our yard type thing.
Ooh,
yeah,
foxes. You got coyotes over there, bro? You got them coyotes?
We have coyotes. Don't really see them. See more foxes. But again, the dog kind of chases the foxes away. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the backyard always with animals and stuff.
All right. So next time when we see you on Tuesday, I need to know from now over the weekend animal count that you saw in the backyard. Now we're back. I don't know how to handicap this slate. It's really difficult. We was talking to Carty about it. I don't know if the time off hurts pitching, if it hurts hitting, if it hurts leashes. But home runs will be had today. There are some good temperature spots. You got a 3-pack of dingers today. Give the people what they want, Johnny.
Yeah, first off, I actually realized I used 3 guys from the All-Star game here. So you're talking about, is there a letdown coming into the second half? I actually have 3 All-Stars, but that wasn't on purpose. But I'm going Gleyber Torres, first one to hit a home run, plus 560. He's in Texas tonight. He's facing Patrick Corbin. And really all year, Gleyber Torres, I mean, it's why he's an All-Star, but he's been mashing left-hand pitching. He's batting over 300, over a 900 OPS against left-hand pitching as well. Facing Patrick Corbin, what obviously stood out, not the reason you always bet it, but it did stand out that 13 at-bats against him. He has 2 home runs, also 2 walks and 2 singles. So you're like, it's not even just the power. He's obviously seeing him. And for someone who just like crushes left-handed pitching, regardless of who he's facing, when you also kind of see that BVP, that stands out. Plus 560. Projections have this about plus 450. So it's always about the price. And when you have an edge and you start to stack all those things together, I'll take Gleyber Torres. We're going next to, I'm going to take 2 Diamondbacks here. I'm actually going to go Corbin Carroll, who might have had a chance at MVP there. I know you had him for the MVP. Actually, I guess it did kind of factor in here. I mean, you got to feel pretty good about yourself that you're just in the All-Star game. You hit a home run, you have a walk, you have good at-bats. I mean, your confidence has got to be pretty sky high, you think, coming out of that. Plus 475 tonight against the Cardinals going. It's Andre Palante. Same kind of thing where, you know, he's faced, Palante's given up 14 home runs, 7 to lefties, 7 to righties. So there's not anything crazy in the splits, but Corbin Carroll, left-handed bat, 18 of his 21 home runs have come against right-handed pitchers, and Palante's a right-handed pitcher. And then you're looking at that, and then just the price. Like, if you're going to give me guys who hit home runs and hit dingers and like are like superstars, all-stars, and you're going to give me an edge on the price, projections have this about like plus 375. I'm going to hit the button. So I took Corbin Carroll there. Lastly, I'm going Eugenio Suarez. So I'm going for teammates. And Jingles, I'm sure you can relate to this. There was a plus 525 on the board. And then the order I bet them in, I went and bet Torres, then Carroll, then I came to Suarez, and the 525 was gone. I think there might be a plus 500 at 365 right now. The plus 450 is the number I grabbed when I was betting this. So I think you can beat that slightly at a couple books right now, but this is the number I grabbed. I still grabbed the plus 450 because I thought this should be closer to plus 300. He had the biggest edge on this number. And again, you're giving me a guy with 31 home runs on the year, 21 against righties. Like I said, Palante's actually a right-handed pitcher. This is a righty-righty matchup, but Palante's actually given up a higher OPS to right-handed batters. So that kind of stood out for Suarez there. Plus 450, thought close to plus 300. Give me a guy with 31 bombs who is probably getting traded. He's kind of the hot name on the trade market too.
We let the Chicago White Sox into the All-Star game, and they almost broke Suarez's hand.
Oh, they did say he's going to play. They said he's fine. I think he
had an at bat after.
I was going to say, if he had the order operations correctly, I think he got hit. And then I remember he had the barehanded play in the field where he gunned the guy down from third. So I think he's fine. But I was actually wondering if that was playing into the price here, where you're like, maybe there's an edge because they kind of think he's hurt. I don't know. Just plus 450 for a guy hitting 31 bombs. It's pretty good price there.
No, agreed. I actually do like a lot of those, the Corbins and the same game stuff. Carroll, I was thinking, I'm like, if they win 6-5, I don't care about Pete Alonso's 3-run home run. That's the game-winning solo home run. Does that count as anything? And no, it doesn't.
Do you think Pete Alonso, like, that has to be one of the worst beats ever? Because he's like minus 1,000 going into even the home run derby aspect of it. And then if Aranda hits one home run, Alonso's the next guy up. Like, he hits the walk-off, right?
He just needs one of three, yes.
Yeah, that's because you had it going into the home run derby. You're a massive favorite. You're gonna win. All the odds suggest that. And then even after Schwarber hit 3, like, Alonso still had a chance to win the MVP, but he didn't even get it. I was like, that is such a bad beat. If you had that, that is awful.
I was looking at the live odds as it went in FanDuel, but it was open and closed very quickly, right? Like, it wasn't an easy thing to bet. I think Schwarber was plus 510 going into that, which was something I looked at, and then the price was gone by the time I actually tried to figure it out. Sadly, no MVP there, but Boone is an absolute donkey for the lineup he brought out. Randy in the 2 spot, like, put Rooker in the final spot to go win it. Don't start big, finish big, and don't bring Aranda in the 3 hole. You're like, what do you do? He was being a kindergarten teacher, making sure everybody had their fair share of excitement.
Well, even Byron Buxton just had the at bat in the 9th to basically tie the game. He was a part of that. He was in the home run derby the night before.
I don't get how he's not ahead of him.
Yeah, exactly. Aranda has 11 home runs, and he hits in like one of the most favorable ballparks 4 home runs. I was like, this is crazy.
Sure, put Aranda versus Stowers in the first matchup. Right? Yeah. Like, that's a better matchup. Don't put him versus Pete Alonso in the final hole. Ugh. No, thanks. Or sorry, in the 2 hole. No, he was in the 3 hole. Yeah, Pete Alonso. Sorry, yes. Pete Alonso was last to swing, so it didn't need to swing. Yuck. But that was a late game too.
I was literally laying in bed watching it with the sound off, not to disturb anyone, because I just kept going. I was like, well, I got to see how this finishes. Would you be in favor of that home run derby kind of style going to regular season games, or no? Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. No, that's dumb. I didn't even like it for the All-Star game because I had all those reserves in for MVP, and I'm like, all right, I got like 8 guys who are still in this game to win MVP, and I thought I was in a good chance. And they're like, swing off, and no one knew the fucking swing off was coming. We're like, what's happening? Like, half the fucking teams left, half the players left after they're at bats, right? Like, where's the big dogs? Oh, they're gone. They're at dinner. You're like, what?
Yeah, Derek Scuba was sitting over there in a golf shirt, like out of uniform, just cheering on the AL. I had the American League money line, so I was like, I just bet on a home run derby swing off, apparently, with Jonathan Aranda in the 3 hole.
That's oh god, yeah. Them's the breaks of betting on niche things like All-Star games. I think we talked about it in our All-Star show on on Wednesday. That there can be some bad range of outcomes in terms of how things finish or how things are reviewed because it's a meaningless event. So
Yeah.
you just kind of have to roll with the punches. But appreciate it, pal. What do you got planned for the weekend before you head off here?
We got actually there's a summer league, NBA Summer League championship semifinal Saturday, championship Sunday. I know it's not exciting to you, but it's exciting if you watch basketball. Some good young players, so I'll definitely be watching, placing some bets there. Summer league's tricky. You gotta. It's more just about who's even playing, so handicapping that. So it's a
Who's
little tricky
standing
there.
out? Who's standing out right now?
Couple guys. I mean, the guy, the center for Portland, Yang Hansen, who they wasn't even necessarily supposed to be drafting. The Trailblazers took him, I think, 16th overall. He walked out of the crowd on draft night because he wasn't even in the green room. Everyone's like, "What is going on?" This guy looks like baby Jokic out there. So I mean, the Trailblazers scouting staff might have absolutely found a gem. He's been a ton of fun to watch.
Where's
The
he? Where's he? Where was he playing?
in China. So like there was no college film or anything. So that a lot of scouting people didn't even have, they thought he'd go undrafted. So when they jumped like top 16 there for him, everyone's like, what is going on? But he's been phenomenal, shooting 3-pointers as a 7-footer. So Damian Lillard back in Portland, that's pretty fun too.
What's his name again?
Yang Hansen, I believe.
I like how you turned his two names into Hansen. Yeah, he's the Hansen brother, Yang Hansen. I love it. All right. No, I saw him at the top of the key stroking things. I'm like, this looks ridiculous. I'm like, it was obviously uncontested because no one's like, go ahead, shoot it.
Yeah, you like block guys. He's dropping dimes like Jokic. They're saying it looks like one of those things where certain players just kind of have a feel for the game. You can't really teach it. And he looks like one of those players. So he's been phenomenal.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the bets this weekend, Johnny. Thanks for dropping some home run plays. We'll see you back here on Monday. Later, pal.
All right, good luck with your bets.
All right. Let's get these in, my bets, and then we go. And it's Friday, and we do other things. Producer Mick says hit that like button already. I'm going to get through this quick. Tell you some buy prices, too, because it's been a while since I've looked at these numbers before we started the show. I got to find out where my list is. Hold on. But it is Chris Bassett, as you see right off the top. I got to find my business projections. Where am I? I've scrapped Falter. I'm like, I had Bailey Falter over 1.5 walks. That got reviewed quickly, and now that has moved to a number I don't want to bet it at. I think there was a buy to plus 110, but I think that number's gone too. Let's go Bassett over 5.5 Ks plus 120. I think this is a buy somewhere in that range of even money plus 105. Projects for 5.7. The highest projected pitch count on the slate today from the bat at 96 pitches at home. His splits at home, his strikeout splits at home have been incredible. 10.3 K per 9. Right-hander, 6-1 to this over in his last 7 starts at home. The one loss, a 5 strikeout outing. So the ceiling is there. The floor is super high too. And the Giants are in a tough schedule spot. They had the break. They were probably at home. They were chilling, and now they got to go to Toronto. So this could be a very lackluster offense in the first game of this series. Quick is not in your repertoire, but we still appreciate it. Thank you. Boom. Bassett over 5.5 strikeouts. Let's go Chaminade over 1.5 earned runs. This is about as small as a market you can get. 1.5 is a number you don't see. Minus 130. I think this is a buy to minus 135, maybe minus 140, because we talked with Derek that this guy could have a full leash somewhere in that 80 to 85 pitches count. Don't expect a clean performance. He had that bulk relief role in his last outing, but it's a hot day in Citi Field, and this will be his first start. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong, and then he projects for 2.43 earned runs on 88 pitches today. Give me that to minus 135, minus 140. Let's fade a guy, one of Joe's favorite. We haven't seen Mr. Osborne lately, but this will like him. Sandy Alcantara over 2.5 earned runs, minus 110. Now, a lot of this has to do with Derek's projections still think that Sandy Alcantara is a good pitcher, and he is. But his numbers also affect the market the other way because his unders look good. But that's giving us good numbers on the overs, and I'm betting on his overs until he fixes things. He hasn't really shown anything since coming back, and it's just been a tough run. He threw a season-high 108 pitches in his last outing. He only went 15 outs. He gave up 6 earned runs. 8.22 ERA over his last 4 starts. Gone over this number in each one. He's 13-5 to the over on this number on the year. Maybe he gets it done, but I'm still on the bank path and only paying 10 cents that he is not going to get things on track. We already mentioned his name, so we keep it running. Andre Palante, over 15.5 outs, -120. This is a buy at the 15 to -130. But at that price, if you can get the 16.5, -110, because if he's out, he could see 2 outs within this inning. He's leash. This was a guy we were fading early this year because he wasn't getting to 90 pitches. But guess what? 100 pitches in his last start, 95 plus and 2 starts before. He could see that 95 plus going forward. Tough road start versus the Diamondbacks, obviously, but I think today pitchers might be able to get a little deeper. 7-3 to this over across his last 10 starts. Like I said, the 16.5 -110 might be a better look. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had Bailey Falter over 1.5 walks plus 135. I think his alt walks, I put in 4+ walks for Bailey Falter at plus 1,700. I put a 0.1 unit on it. That got reviewed, but it went through. He's had 5+ in 3 starts. When things go south for Bailey Falter, they go very south. So I do think the potential for 2 walks, 3 walks, 4 walks is right up there. So there's a look there for Falter, who's projects for 1.62, but at a low 88 pitches. Friday in the books. We got Derek's plays, we got John's plays, and we got my 4-pack there. Going to do some UFC stuff with Roe coming up in a bit. Big card 318. I know you guys don't like it, but I don't think the 318 card for UFC isn't going to be a dud. The Holloway Poirier fight looks great. We'll see how that goes. And then we got pitcher edges and angles coming out later, and the FanDuel SGP, which is going to be around 11-1. It's going to be Soto 2+ bases. It's going to be Ellie 2+ bases, and it's going to be the Reds money line. I think the edge is in the starting pitcher with Manaea making his first start versus Lodolo, who can get things done. We'll drop that later, but I appreciate everybody there. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe, do all that business. We'll be back here Monday, same time, doing that extended MLB best bet format. John, myself, and I believe, maybe, I could be speaking wrong, but Joe Osborne should be back on the mic very soon. Josh Inglis covers. Appreciate it, guys. I'm out. Have a great weekend.